More than 4 million years ago, our ancestors couldn't speak, couldn't write, and hadn't even fully learned to stand upright. So what turned a small, unremarkable ape into the humans reading these words today? Early ancestral apes. About 4 to 6 million years ago, our ancestors lived on the African savanna, moving on both 2 legs and 4, their bodies still very much like an ape's. Australopithecus and walking upright. A major turning point arrived. Our ancestors began walking on 2 legs. This is Australopithecus, best known through Lucy, the skeleton discovered in Ethiopia. The advantage of standing tall. Walking upright freed the hands, and free hands became the starting point for every invention that followed. The rise of Homo habilis. Around 2.5 million years ago, a new species emerged, Homo habilis, the handy man. They were the first to shape stone into tools. The first stone tools. These crude stone tools were used to cut meat and crack open bones for marrow, a rich source of nutrition that helped the brain grow. A turning point, Homo erectus. Around 1.9 million years ago, Homo erectus appeared, taller, with a bigger brain, and the first of our ancestors to leave Africa and explore the world. The discovery of fire. And then came a discovery that changed everything. Fire. Humans learned to keep it burning, and eventually, to create it themselves. How fire changed. Everything. Fire brought light through the darkest nights, warmth against the cold, and something just as important, cooked food. The Great Migration. With fire and tools in hand, humans began history's greatest migration, leaving Africa and spreading into Asia and Europe. Adapting to new lands. In every new land, humans had to adapt to freezing climates, to massive unfamiliar creatures, to worlds they had never seen before. The Neanderthals. About 400,000 years ago in Europe, a close relative of ours emerged. The Neanderthals, sturdy, strong, and well adapted to the cold. The first burial rituals. Remarkably, Neanderthals buried their dead with flowers and belongings, the earliest known sign of emotion and spiritual belief. The emergence of Homo sapiens. About 300,000 years ago in Africa, our own species was born, Homo sapiens, the wise human. The birth of language. A remarkable new ability appeared, language. For the first time, humans could share ideas, tell stories, and pass down knowledge. Cave art. About 40,000 years ago, humans began painting on cave walls, the first images of animals and of their own lives. Symbolic thought. This was more than just drawing. It was proof that humans could now think abstractly, imagining things that weren't right in front of them. Life in communities. Humans began living in larger groups, sharing the work, hunting, raising children, and protecting one another. The agricultural revolution. Then, about 10,000 years ago, everything changed again. Humans stopped relying only on hunting and gathering. They began farming and domesticating animals. From nomads to settlers, from wandering tribes, humans slowly built the very first villages, the foundation for every civilization that followed. Looking back on the journey, from a small ape walking on 2 legs, to humans who mastered fire, learned to speak, to paint, to love, it took millions of years to become who we are today. Closing/a reflective question. And perhaps the most fascinating question isn't where we came from, but what we will evolve into next.